Guys, I didn't want to say it, but it's time to talk about the TicWatch Pro 3 GPS. Alright, so TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS. Now, first of all, big shout out to Mobboy for sending this down for review. You know what's a mad thing though, people? I haven't actually done any TicWatch content on my channel for a minute now. I think the first TicWatch I had was the TicWatch E back in 2017, followed by the TicWatch Pro 1 in 2018, and then the TicWatch GTX in 2020, and all were quite decent devices. So I might jump back into the little smartwatch coverage thing. I was actually surprised that they sent it down, especially at this kind of timing, because I believe it launched like literally 9-10 months ago. But you know, it's cool because it's had a couple of updates since then, and I specifically wanted to know how it's hanging in there 10 months after launch, because you know some companies can just forget about their products once they've got their money after launch, kind of thing, innit? Okay, so obviously I've unboxed this already, but I thought I'd just put it back in the box to show you guys what the unboxing experience is. It's pretty much simple. You've got some stats on the back that you guys can read there if you want to. I'm gonna go into those in a bit actually, but yeah, this is basically the box. Slide that off. You get the watch, which is obviously already on because man has been using it, and then literally all you get in the bottom of the box is a proprietary USB charging cable. So if you lose this, you need to get one directly from Mobboy. Hopefully third-party sellers have some. And you've got some product safety instructions and other instructions and stuff like that. A little bit of silica gel, and that's literally the whole unboxing done. Now, dropping specs, obviously it's running that young Google Wear OS with all the Google apps, all the Google Assistant, and everything you could possibly need. We've got a Qualcomm Snapdragon Wear 4100 in here, fam. Now, I'm not too clued up with the latest processors inside smartwatches, but I think the original TicWatch Pro that I had back in 2018 had the Snapdragon 2100, so maybe it's 2 steps up, I'm assuming. Alright, so just a little quick overview of the setup. This is the watch face I'm using. I like it because it tells me what the battery percentage is on the fly. If you scroll down from the top here, when the watch eventually listens to me, you've got access to your quick toggles like Do Not Disturb and GPay. Swiping from the left, you've got access to your Google Assistant. Swiping from the bottom, got access to your notifications and a little button there to change them if you want. And swiping from the right here, and you've got access to some quick widgets like weather, your calendar, your heart rate, stuff like that. Press that top button again and it takes you into your applications, which all launch relatively quickly. For example, if I go into the calculator, calculator just launches, then I'm back out of it again, ready to go into something like, I don't know, alarm settings. Yeah, make an alarm, you know, everything launches pretty quickly. Haven't got much third-party apps on there, but that's all I've got for now. You got military standard 810G drop test training, so it is quite a beefy smartwatch. If it does drop, it's not too bad. You've also got up to 72 hours battery life in smart mode, and then a further 45 days in essential mode, fam. You got IP68 waterproofing, built-in GPS, Google Pay, all that good stuff, heart rate monitor, sleep tracking. Guys, you got a lot of stuff going on inside this watch. Now, one of the things I have to praise about the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS straight away is the vibration motor. This thing is wild. If someone told me that it was actually shocking me every time I got a notification, I would believe them, fam. I've never missed a notification on this watch, and that is one of the basic necessities that I need from every smartwatch that I try. Another thing I want to point out with this watch is the fact that it has 2 screens, fam. So you can see the screen that we got now. It's a kind of old-fashioned screen, kind of like the old-fashioned Casio watches, yeah? This is like your essential mode screen or your battery saver mode screen, and all you get on here is literally the time, the date. You get some steps, you get seconds as well, apparently. I didn't realize that. And you also get a kind of estimate of how much battery you got left. Literally just the essential items for this device to function as a watch. And then if you press any button or interact with the watch, you go into smart mode, and this is what you're gonna get from your normal Google Wear OS watches, or like a Apple iWatch or something like that in it. So this is all your OK Google, all your smart apps, your Google Pay, yeah, sleep tracking, messaging, notifications. This is where you're going to get all of that kind of stuff. And it's cool because you get about 3 days worth of this smart mode. Sometimes I get 3.5 days worth of this smart mode, and then when this smart mode runs out, it goes into normal watch mode. Now with my Samsung Galaxy Watch 4, once this finishes out of battery, and I think that's about 2-3 days, that's it. It's just a device on your hand that can't tell you the time. It no longer becomes a watch. Like the most basic of necessities for a watch, it doesn't tell you the time anymore. Whereas when this runs out of battery, it goes into this essential mode, which means obviously you can't get your notifications and all your smart features on your OK Google, but you can still get the time, the date, your steps, and they all sync up when you charge the watch again. Now for me, it's a no-brainer, fam. Like, it's the smartwatch. It's what all smartwatches should be doing, fam. No watch should be running out of battery and then become completely and utterly useless, yeah? So that's one of the main things that this watch does very well. And yeah, no, fam, I just wanted to talk about that first. Now, I guess moving on to design, it's chunky. It's chunky, it's beefy, I can't lie at all, fam. It's definitely got that military drop protection look. Like, you can tell that this is a rugged smartwatch. Now obviously you get these boring rubber straps with it. You can swap them out for anything that's 22mm. So I don't know, if you're going town, you want to swap on the metal strap, or maybe if you're going gym, you want to keep another rubber strap on, or a different like flavor, maybe pink, blue, green or something. Yeah, you can just swap that on straight away. Now it's got 2 buttons here. One acts as a way to get into all your other apps. It's gonna ask me to put in the pin again. So one gets you into all your apps, and you got all your apps there and stuff like that in a nice little list. And then the other one gets you into whatever shortcut you set it to. So I've set mine to Google Pay. Now I can't lie, over the 4 weeks of having this device, the Google Pay is moving iffy. Like, anytime man tries to pay with the watch, it will ask me for the pin. I'll try to pay and then it just will not work. I don't know why. It just doesn't work. Maybe I'm broke, I don't have no money, I don't know. But it works fine on my phone, so it can't be that surely. Now I want to show you guys the Wear OS app as well. This is what you'll be using for most of Google's Wear OS devices. Yeah, it's pretty much simple to use. It's got everything you'd expect. Like, for example, you can choose your watch faces on there, download more apps to your watch on there, set up which notifications you want to go to the watch and which notifications you don't want to go to the watch. When I first got my watch, I was like, yeah, let me get all my notifications from Instagram, Twitter, all the social medias and WhatsApp. But as you get on, you realize that you only want your essential notifications. So you want essential WhatsApp chats from essential people on your WhatsApp. You know, you don't want your watch to be vibrating for no reason, kind of thing, for me anyway. And that also saves the battery life. So it's good, the level of customization that you can do within the TicWatch Pro app on the Google Wear OS app on the smartphone. Now I can give you guys a quick run through the settings. It's pretty much what you'd expect. You know, you got some display settings where obviously you can change the watch face, adjust the brightness, font size, always on screen. Although you wouldn't need it always on screen because obviously you've got 2 screens already on this device. You've got sound here, media volume. You can turn that up if you want to. It's got a decent speaker. I mean, you're not going to be watching YouTube on it, but it's decent enough for like a notification, for example. You've got your alarm there, which you can turn up as well. What else? You got ring volume, vibrate for calls, watch ringtone. If I come back out of that, you can go into apps and notifications, so you can, you know, do some stuff with the notifications here. You've got gestures as well, whether you want tilt to wake on or touch to wake on. I prefer touch to wake, but sometimes you get accidental touches, which is just going to waste your battery life. I turn both off at the moment and just keep it on. If I press a button, the watch will wake up, or if I get a notification, tilt to wake activates temporarily, kind of thing, so that you can see what's going on with that notification. What else you got going on here? Okay, yeah, we've got connectivity, obviously, Wi-Fi, NFC, and Bluetooth, aeroplane mode, and location. I've got that off at the moment because I personally don't have any situation where I'll be going out with my watch and leaving my phone at home. There's just no need for it for me. Got some accessibility options here, magnification gestures, text to speech, callback or power button, general stuff here, you know, got some notification stuff here as well. Personalization, you got lock screen, account, second display, asking, you know, what kind of thing you want going on the second display, backlight color. I didn't realize they had different backlight colors actually. That's kind of interesting. I'm gonna go for a purple. That's actually quite sick. I didn't know that they had different colors of the backlight. Customized hardware buttons, so you can customize the shortcuts from these two. Smart reply, instant access to Google Launcher. Don't know what enable alternate launcher is, fam. I didn't know you can get different watch face launchers and stuff like that. Now storage is just going to show you how much apps you got on there and how much storage each app is taking. And then system, you've just got essential mode there, restart, disconnect and reset. Essential mode greatly extends your battery life. Press and hold the power button until the key blah 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 blah. You understand? All that stuff, all that good stuff. Guys, you know what? I'm not mad at this watch at all, fam. Now it is a bit pricey, but at least, as opposed to the Galaxy Watch 4, which when this runs out of battery literally completely dies and becomes useless, the fact that this still maintains its one primary function of being a watch, yeah, it's just a win for me. I don't know why all watches don't do that. I think even smartphones should do that. Like maybe when a smartphone runs out of battery, you just lose the camera, you lose the GPS, you lose the Bluetooth, but it should go into Nokia 3310 mode where you literally just get calls and texts and that's it. I think most phones do have a super battery saving mode like that anyway, but I feel like it should just automatically turn on when you've got maybe 5% battery and perhaps extend the battery of the phone for another 24 hours or something. But anyway, that's just me. I'm not a phone designer, I only review the stuff. Big shout out again to Mobboy for hooking me up with this TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS. That name is way too long, you do not need GPS in the title. It is ultra in battery life though, so I can't lie.